Guys, it's me, Griffin Chansby, and today we are going to be doing a story time in the Bedrock Mansion. So we're going to be building some stuff, we're going to be taking a tour, and while I'm doing that, I will be doing a story time of something that happened to me recently. So, yes, while it's still very early on the video, I want to tell you guys something. Whoever is trying to get into my Microsoft account, there's no point in trying because you cannot access Minecraft Worlds from a Microsoft account. You have to have the exact device. And yeah, I know where you are. You're from Australia. You're trying to get into my account. This is the second time you've tried. It's failed. We're denying you. We're not going to let you get in. Alright, so don't mind. Alright, well, I'm going to get into the video now. So, don't mind it if like the UI is super small. Minecraft version 26.0 is having a glitch right now, and it's not exactly working. And like a bunch of people are having this problem. Wait, am I going backwards? Wait, hold up. Yeah, I am going backwards. So, if you are that person who is trying to do stuff on my Microsoft account, there's no point in trying because you're not going to access anything. We're just going to keep denying you no matter what you do. Alright, on with the video. So, recap. So, I'm at my school on, January 21st, towards the end of the day. The spelling bee happens. I win it for like the second time, or the second year in a row. Yeah, pretty good, whatever. And then if you guys know anything about the spelling bee, you know that there's more than just the school round, because there's these really good spellers. They go to nationals, but if you want to get to nationals, you have to go through more rounds. So how it works is you go from your classroom. If you win that, you move on to your school. And it's like I think 4th and 5th grade in your school. And then if you're in middle school, it's 6th, 7th, and 8th, like all grades in middle school. And they also offer like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grades. But those are usually not like used, because I've never actually seen, where I'm from, I've never actually seen like a 1st grader, or 2nd grader, or 3rd grader, like a 1B type person. I've never seen any of them in like the spelling bee, so I'm assuming just most schools don't do that. And yeah, so I'm assuming most schools don't do that. So yeah, guys, look at this. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, so most schools don't do the 1B, so it's usually just the 4th through 8th grades. And last year I was in 4th grade, I won that, and then this year I was in 5th, I won that. So, and the rounds are, you go to your classroom, and if you win your classroom, you go to school. Well, obviously you go to school, but you like do the school competition. Then you win that, you go to sectionals, and then after that you go to regionals, and then your state, and then nationals. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is how it works. So yeah, this story takes place in the sectionals on I think like February, early February, like a few weeks ago from now. And 32 schools are competing in the sectionals for this round. It takes place at school called, I'm not going to tell you the school name because I'm not trying to get doxxed, but it takes place at this elementary school that is near us. And thankfully it's not too far, so it's not really that far. so we were able to go there quickly, but that doesn't really matter to the story. What matters to the story is what happened there. So we're gonna get into that, and I'm gonna start building some stuff because I don't even know what to build. Oh my god, this UI is so small. Bro! Freaking thing sucks. I'm just gonna guess it goes there. Alright, anyway. So, the night of the sectionals, right? And, yeah, it's the night of the sectionals. It's like sometime in February, a few weeks ago. And, there's like 32 schools competing, like I already said. And, we've been practicing for like, it was the very last minute, like the notification to that. It's like, I actually only learned about that, or I only learned that I was going there on the day of the spelling bee. So the teacher was like, "Good luck, Griffin." I was like, "What?" And the teacher was like, "Yeah, you're going to your spelling bee, right?" I was like, "What?" So, yeah, thankfully, I had been practicing before we figured out that the sectionals would be happening that day. And I'd been practicing a lot, and I was like, my mind was like, freak the heck out, and so I was like practicing all of that day. And then when 5 o'clock came, we had to leave because it started at 6, and we had to wait for like the people there to figure out what they were doing, get the mic set up and everything. Because even last year when I made it to sectionals, it took them like 30 minutes to figure out how to get the mic to work. Luckily, it wasn't like that this year, but they still took like 10 minutes to figure it out. And this like crazy lady with like glasses, she had like crazy dreadlocks everywhere. She was like black lady and probably in her 60s. She had these like bright neon red heels. This other lady, she was like blonde, or like the blonde lady. And then another lady that I don't even remember what she looked like, but she's not important to the story. And then there's this, and then the main girl, or the pronouncer is the black lady with the crazy hair. And then the, I guess like the host or whatever she did, I don't even know. But, she was like the person who was at the front desk, when we entered into the gym. And, so she was like, I guess the main person or something. So, yeah, she was like, apparently they had like a tape recorder, but that'll be important later into the story. So, yeah. Yeah, so the spelling bee starts. They start off with a practice round. That was easy. My word was like bug or something, or I don't even know. But last year they just did 3-letter and 4-letter words, and that was very easy. So last year I was number 9, which means I was pretty early on, which means I get the easiest compared to all the other competitors. But this year I was number 23. So that means I was later on, because there were only sorry, my voice is really weird today. There were 32, and I was number 23, so I was like later on. And I got this word, I spelled it right, it was easy. Yeah, you know the deal. And keeps going like that until, like the 3rd or 4th round. There are probably towards the 5th or 6th round, think there's like 12 people. Yeah, there were 12 people left in the 12 out of 32, which means 20 people were out. And I got this word. And this word, I had done it a million times, but the only exception was the word was pronounced correctly when I practice it. Now, if you don't know, or well, obviously you don't know what this word is yet, because I'm about to tell you. So first, I'm gonna get out of Minecraft and I'm gonna show you the pronunciation of the word. And oh my God, what is the tree doing? Alright, so I'm gonna get out of Minecraft real quick and I'll show you how it's pronounced. Alright, this is how it's pronounced.
Grandeur. 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 Grandeur.
You hear that? Grandeur. Or grandeur. Or whatever you want to use. There's like 2 ways, I guess. Like grandeur, grandeur. And this is what it means. So, you want to know what she said? You want to know what she said? Grander.
Grandeur.
Grander.
Grandeur.
Yeah, so what I mean is she pronounced it completely wrong. It's just so freaking stupid. But I was not the only one to get out this way. So, earlier on, there was this kid, or there were actually multiple kids who had words that were pronounced completely wrong. Some got out, some had to correct her. Yeah, like 10, maybe 15 kids got out because of her pronouncing. For one example, the word was plated. She said it as platted, like she was like platted, pleated, depleted, the I don't know. And then the kid spelled it, or like the kid corrected her because he was in like 8th grade, and I think he knew what he was doing. So yeah, the kid didn't know what he was doing, so he corrected the lady. Thankfully, he knew what he was gonna do. I remember seeing this exact kid who had to correct her because he was like the winner last year of the sectionals. He went on to regionals, and who knows what he did there. So yeah. So like the lady, and then another example is the chassis, and if you don't know, that's CHASSIS, and she said it as chases, chassis. She like spelled it, or she pronounced it so many wrong times. She was like, no, you know what? Let's go on to the next word. Try to like hide that she pronounced it completely wrong, and then there were like way more people who got out, but I don't remember what it was. And there was this kid, probably like 4th, 5th, maybe 6th grade. He was sitting to my left, and I'm assuming he had also practiced like a whole bunch, because I was like, what? She's pronouncing it wrong. And the kid next to me was like, yeah, that's totally wrong. And we were like saying like the correct, what the heck, the correct pronunciations. Ronald. No. Ronald is being very sweet right now. If you don't know, Ronald is my cat. And you see, or I have Ronald in a lot of my thumbnails. And he's like the black, and the gray and black tabby cat. And And if you remember what the word was, if your attention span is not terrible, do you remember it was grandeur? Grandeur. And she said it grander, and then like 12 people left. I get out, and then if you remember the part where I said there was a tape recorder in, you have a good memory. So, yeah, they get out the tape recorder, or like actually when I get out, I go up to the benches, and wait, hold on. Let me restart from like where it happened. So, I go up. My word is grander. What I thought it was is grander. I spelled grander, Grander. I get it right, but I don't. That's the funny part. I don't get it right. And it's because, well, I actually spelled grander correctly, and I should have been in, and yeah. So, I spelled it right. I don't stay in, because the lady didn't even mean for me to spell grander. She meant for me to spell grandeur, whatever you want to say. Because it has like a few correct pronunciations. Grandeur is not one of them. So, I get out, I go back to my seat, and I'm like, what? And my grandpa was actually recording it the whole time. And after like the round was over, I went back with my parents on the bench, and my mom is going down there to confront the ladies. And at this point, I did not know the word she meant for me to spell is grandeur. And yeah, so they're down there. They see like the tape recorder, and they're like, okay, so we'll check the thing on the tape recorder and we'll see what she said. And this is the point where my dad comes down, and then we wait for a little bit, and I go up to my grandpa, and we figure out that he has the recording. So then we show, like, there's a lot of waiting, and like, all I can see is like the kids down at the that are still in. They're like all whispering. And they're all like, what, and they're probably confused, and they're probably like, that is not fair. I'm assuming that's what they were thinking. Maybe they're like, this kid number 23, he's so stupid. They were probably thinking that. I don't even know. That doesn't matter. But all the parents were like discussing. There were like some people from like the principals of like the schools, because one winner from each school goes. So the principal obviously wants to go and represent them and cheer them on at the sectionals. And like multiple principals and like staff and all this other stuff, all the other like parents and stuff, they were like so confused on what happened, because all of them, even the kids and that were still in, and the parents and everyone's mom and everyone's grandpa or everyone's great grandpa and everyone's water bottle that's in their bag, everyone heard it. They all heard her say grander. And I spelled that, and I got out, and they were like all confused because I spelled it right, and they were like, what? And my mom had actually put the word grander into the Google thing, and it said, did he mean grander or grandeur? And this is when my mom realizes that she had pronounced it wrong. So this actually comes before everything I just said. She goes down to there, and then I go up there, and then like the part where my grandpa finds out I had it, and that comes before everything. So yeah. So I'm thinking this is gonna be like some sort of villager bedroom or something. I don't know. Anyways, back with the store. So, she's down there, she confronts the lady, and the lady is just, like, shocked. Because she was like, I said that? What? She doesn't even know what she said. And you know, that's not good when you don't even know what you said and you're the pronouncer at the spelling bee. So, they confront her, and she's, like, so shocked by us confronting her that, the lady is just like, that's what I said. And, I guess she was, like, super shocked or something. Because then they bring up the tape recorder that we already know wasn't even recording in the first place. And, hold on, I don't want to do that. And then they were like, they're trying to get the tape recorder to work. Apparently it was broken, even though it wasn't. They were just never recording because they are lying. They are lying pieces of crap. And that is not good. If you are watching this, do not be a lying piece of crap. Thank you. Yeah, so they confront her and she's like so shocked and and we're like mad because my dad was like, they were like, yeah, she did pronounce the word wrong, because this is after my grandpa shows them the pronunciation, and they're like, okay, so, we can't really do anything about her, but, because, she's, like, a volunteer or something, I don't know, I'm stupid, but, she's a volunteer, so we can't really do anything about it, so we're just gonna have to let her be and get all these kids out, because we're stupid and we don't know what we're doing. And we're gonna get on the phone with, like, the Scripps people and stuff, and we'll see if we can appeal this for you. And if not, you can go burn in hell or something. I don't know. So yeah, they apparently get on the phone with Scripps, but they never get on the phone with Scripps. How do we know this? Or how do we know this? Stupid. It's because my mother sent an email to Scripps saying, hey, are you guys in control of the local, regional, sectional, national school classroom or whatever? Sectional spelling bees. And they are like, and she also asks, oh yeah, did this lady call you? And they're like, no, we never got a thing from the lady. And we do not have direct control over the sectional spelling bees, which you're wondering, well, if she's just a lying piece of crap, does that have to do anything? Because they wouldn't let me get back in because they said, Scripps told us that you can't appeal this, so you can go burn in hell. Get out. And, the Scripps is not in charge, so who told them that you can't appeal? So, this is what we're assuming. The ladies were like in the back room. Okay, so what do we do with this kid? I don't know. Do we let him get back in? No, this is gonna be like, this lady, she probably like donated like $5 million to our school or something. So we can't get in her way. We can't stop her when she does stuff. Okay, so do we just let the kid go? Yeah, get him out. Alright, guys, we're out here. The tape recorder does not work, so we're just gonna send this kid to go burn in hell. Alright, get out of my gym. That's what happened. So, I'm pretty sure some not very kind things were said when we were leaving. And we got a cookie, and we met with like some other parents of the children who got out in the parking lot, and like our teachers, and they said that's total BS. That is like so unfair. They should not have let you do that or let her do that. And you did good on the spelling bee. Yeah, you did good on the spelling bee or whatever. And yeah. you get what I mean. But yeah, they're like, oh wait, where was I? I don't know. So yeah, get out in the parking lot, and then we go home, and our parents are like my parents. It's not your parents. I'm stupid. My parents are like, okay, so this is what happened, and they're like, looking at the footage, or they're not even looking at the footage. They don't even have the footage. My grandpa did, and they do not live in the same house. So, they're like talking about it, and they're like explaining to me more than they could at the spelling bee, and so they tell me what happened, and I'm like super mad about what happened, and yeah, we go on with our day. The day is completely ruined because that stupid lady. And then we would talk about how if I made it to, like, let's just say I made it to nationals or something, and I didn't get out by that dumb lady, I could have won $50,000 and gotten a Scripps Spelling Bee trophy. Like, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Are you serious? Are you serious? Yes, they are serious. But wait, which was the red carpet? So yeah. So like, I could have won that, but I didn't, and it's because of that lady, that stupid lady. Guys, watch me. Red carpet time. So yeah, the stupid lady, she made me lose, and she like ruined all my future hopes, and she killed all my family and my dog and my cat and every single person I ever knew, and my whole school got about. No, I'm just kidding about that part. But yeah, it felt like that for like a little bit, and I'm still mad. I'm not gonna let you just get off that easy, you lady. So I'm gonna be there next year. And if she's still the judge, I am going to personally make sure. I'm going to be like, are you sure you're pronouncing it right? Look at the paper. Read what the paper has. Read the pronunciation. And then pronounce it slowly for the whole crowd to hear. Because that's right. The paper that the officials go off of has the pronunciation of the word on it. No excuse for that, right? No, zero. Zero excuses. So that's why that lady is the worst spelling bee person I've ever seen in my entire life. The end.